Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of color craze that MK and I are doing. We have chosen some different color palettes to use throughout the month. Today the color palette is this lovely bird and rope, which is got the blues and the browns. And I'm also playing along with Series 16 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. This is the sketch. It's actually a sketch I created, and it's a double pager because all month long we're doing double pages. But I am shrinking it down to a single page. I am basically taking the right hand side of the left page and the left hand side of the right page out and squishing it together. And I'm only going to use one photo. So I am going to have my photo on this little notebook page to kind of take up some of the room, and I have quite a bit of journaling for this one, although I'm not going to do it on screen, so I'll tell you what the journaling is about in a bit here. And I was just really too lazy to get up and go and run that die through my die cut machine, and I also wanted it a little bit taller, so I decided just to kind of not really freehand it, but kind of freehand it. I used the tearing guides from the Some Assemblage Required shop to get me that top edge that is torn and to keep it kind of straight across there. And then I just used the the die as a guide as to where my holes were going to be punched, and then I just punched them with a crocodile. Okay, and now since I have blue in my inspiration piece, I am using some blue paint and I'm just rolling it on with my brayer. There is a lot of blue in this little girl's shirt. This is the middle of the three kids that I take care of, and she was just about to turn 3 about a month before her 3rd birthday in this photo, and that's important to the journaling that I'm going to do. And so anyway, I am just going to continue doing a little bit of mixed media on this. I want to bring in a little bit of white, and I did use a little bit of gray. I'm using several different kinds of paint. Some of these are I think it's called Ceramcoat or something like that. They're just like the ones that you get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They're not anything like any specific brand, and I think I have a variety of brands there. I think that large white one is a Delta, and then there might be an Apple Barrel or something like that. I think I'm using Dolphin Gray, and the blue is, I'm not really sure what color it is. It might be Lanyard blue. But anyway, you kind of get the idea. You could do this with any colors, and so whatever color you're going for, just squirt a little on your media mat or your tray, your desk or whatever. I'm using my glass mat because it cleans up super easily. And if you don't have a glass mat, you can use even a paper plate works well. And then I am taking a little bit of the same paints and I added a little water to them, and I'm using a fan brush to splatter a little bit of it all over the place. And then I have these Gina K ink squares, and I'm using the blue one just to rub around the outside of this white paper that I've got going here, just to give it a little bit of pop. And I'm liking how that's looking. And then I thought I needed a little bit of extra brown. I think the brown is actually, I believe, called Teddy Bear Brown, and it's some off-brand as well. It's not the same brand as the other ones. It's just a mishmash. And then I've got some florals. I think these are from Asuka Studio. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And they're very old. They've been in my stash for quite some time, and I'm kind of happy to get these blue ones on my page. So I'm going to use those. I am trimming down my paper by 1/4 of an inch on the top and one of the sides so that I have 1/8 of an inch reveal all the way around the outside. I'm going to use some black paper to back the whole thing with. In the sketch, there is a dark blue line that goes across the bottom. That torn paper you see to the right hand side is going to go across the bottom and take the place of that. And then in the sketch, there is another piece at the very top. So I'm going to use that little piece that I tore off at the top to fill in the space for that. I did go ahead and glue everything down with a little bit of liquid glue because the paper is a bit warped. It's not super bad, but I don't want the edges to curl up and come off of the black paper that I've backed it all on. And that sometimes does happen when you've got some mixed media stuff going on and you just use your ATG. So I feel like the liquid glue really holds it better. The ATG kind of marries the two up and holds them in place while you get your liquid glue on. So I use a little bit of both. So now I'm just working on figuring out where I want my florals. I did also pull in a couple of these film strips to add some other interest to the page, and I really like how those are looking. And while I go ahead and do this, I'll tell you this little story. So I happened to have the two older kids while their parents were out of town, and we went out to dinner. It happened to be my birthday, and the older one asked me how old I was. My typical answer is 548, just because it keeps them guessing, and it's a ridiculous answer. And at this age, they don't really know that, but as they get older, they're like, wait a minute, that's a lot. And so the older one goes, wow, that's really old. Are you going to die soon? And this one, who is just not even 3 yet, just like a month before 3, goes, they're going to put you in a box in the ground. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what do you know about a box in the ground? It was hilarious. I know she doesn't remember saying it, but she did say it. And I was just like, wow, out of the mouths of babes. Like, what do you know about this at 2 years old? And I did ask her, I was like, what do you know about that? And she didn't really have an answer for me. And I was like, well, hopefully I don't die soon. But anyway, we went out to ice cream after and we had a good old time, and it just kind of, the evening progressed, and there was not any big mention of it again, but I just think it was funny. I think that when she gets older, she would like to know these, like these little tidbits about her. She is really quick on comebacks and very witty for her age. She's almost 5 now, but for her age, she is super witty, and it's always interesting to see what she's going to say. So I thought it was funny, and so I'm documenting it. And yeah, if she doesn't want it in her album, it's going in my album because I thought it was great. So anyway, I am just going to go ahead and keep on working on these embellishments. Those tickets, I did ink them up with a little black soot distress ink. There is a blue one at the bottom and a gray one up at the top, and then I'm going to add that tab. That tab is going to end up having the date on it. And then I will be using the large white area to the right of her photo to go ahead and write in this funny story. Now, I'm not going to write it in before I take the pictures, so you're not going to see that, but I do have this acrylic piece to the right hand side that says quoted. That's from Colorcast Designs. It's been in my stash for quite some time, so I'm quite certain it's not on their website at this point in time, but they do have awesome stuff over at the Colorcast website. So if you're into acrylic or want to try it out, it's a great place to go to try some acrylic pieces. It also came with these quotation marks, and so I will use those for that portion of the story. They are extra large. I'm not going to write as big as this because I won't be able to fit it all in, but I will make it work. And then I do also have these little tiny blue flowers that MK sent me. Just she gifted them to me, so those got added as well, and those are like little acrylic ones, I believe. Anyway, that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to check out everyone playing along with the 30 Days of Sketches series. The link is down below for the playlist for that. And don't forget to check out what MK is doing for Color Craze. And feel free to join in on Color Craze if you'd like. We both have the palettes on our Facebook groups. I'll see you guys again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.